you don't want to do the boring old chocolates or the same old flowers this year on Valentine's Day. Maybe you'd even like to show your sweetheart that you're willing to spend some creative effort to prove your undying love. Well, if you're in the market for something a little different this year, we want you to meet Patty Page of Baked Ideas Bakery in New York. Patty's going to show us how to decorate some gorgeous cookies that your Valentine is bound to appreciate. And if you can carry this one off, you are really going to win a prize, because I am all thumbs when it comes to anything artistic, and your cookies are beautiful.
Well, thank you. I'm sure you'll have no trouble.
Promise?
It's easy. 3-year-olds do it.
All right, put me to work.
Okay, well, the first thing, we'll start over here. We've got the cookies that have already been baked and cut out and rolled, baked, and they're ready to go. So you're going to pick up one of these colored icing tubes.
Should I presume that you could buy these cookies somewhere if in fact I think that I'm so bad that I couldn't make a gingerbread heart cookie?
You probably could find a plain heart cutout cookie somewhere, sure.
Okay.
Or you could take a graham cracker and ice hearts onto a graham cracker and do it that way.
Or, but at the same time, that's pretty easy to make if I wanted to do that.
It's real easy. It's a really easy shape. It's got no appendages, or it bakes really quickly and easily. So you want to try icing one?
Why don't you show me?
I'll show you how we do it.
I'll learn from watching, and then I'll do.
All right. Well, one of the tricks is to get the right consistency in the tube, which we've already done for you.
And that's why I was stirring a lot, because you want.
Well, that's another consistency, but we'll start with this one.
Okay.
So you got to kind of get yourself supported here, and you're going to start anywhere. This is a little tricky, but people get it pretty easily. You want to let the icing kind of fall along the edge of the cookie. So that it outlines the cookie, and what this is going to do for you is it's going to hold the icing in.
Now, this icing stuff, what is the stuff that you put in there? Did you have to go and buy that somewhere?
No, you can't buy this, I don't believe.
Okay.
It's royal icing, pretty much in any cookbook, Joy of Cooking or any cookbook. It's basically a combination of confectioner's sugar and egg whites, and it's the consistency that's the thing.
Okay, and most cookbooks will tell you how to make it. Where do you get this little thing right here?
You can. This is a parchment paper triangle, which we formed into a cone, and a pastry tip made of metal, and you can buy it at any standard housewares supply store. And
tell me about part 2 over here.
Okay, well, part 2 then, once you've got it outlined, is filling it in with icing. So we're going to pick up one of these cookies and take a brush. You want to try this?
Sure.
Okay, you're going to take this brush. And what color you want to make it?
Let's go with the deep red.
Okay, so you stir your icing.
All right, stir the icing.
Right. And I'll do a white one along with you.
Alrighty.
Stir your icing.
So consistency is important. Why?
Yeah. Because you want the icing to run smoothly and fill in the shape nicely and smoothly. That's sort of what we're known for, as people say, how do you get the icing so smooth? And this is how. It's the right consistency and having a nice border to hold it in and not drip. Okay, so you're gonna fill your brush up with icing.
Is that too much or too little?
It's way too little.
Way too little.
Ooh. You want to get
so be like I'm a kindergartner.
Okay.
All right.
Here's your cookie.
Okay, there's my cookie.
Basically, you want to get as much icing as you're going to need.
All right, I'll make it a mess.
So I take a whole lot, and then I kind of get it off the
I feel like a
brush.
boy now, because I can just put a bunch of stuff on there.
You're doing great. You push it towards the edge, and you let the line help you.
Oh, I see. The line's meant to stop it.
I always think of it as, it's a little like cloisonne, the lines help you.
You know, is that like a perfume or something? I have no clue what cloisonne is.
Cloisonne,
it's like a cooking term.
It's a craft.
Joy of Cooking, you'll say.
It's a craft.
It's a craft.
It's enamel,
I see. All right.
enamel work.
Is it something I'm supposed to buy my wife?
And anyway, in cooking, it's called flooding, I believe.
Flooding. Well, that I can understand, because that's what. Do I do the whole heart?
You try to fill in the whole heart.
Okay, so just get a bunch of stuff on there.
You want to put a lot on so that.
Permission to lick
You see
thumb?
how mine? Yep.
Thank
How
you.
is it? Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
So you want to spread it all out. If it looks a little thick, it'll thin out as it sits. So I'm done with mine.
Is it important to do it fast? No?
Not that fast. You've got plenty of time.
Okay, good.
But you don't want to spread it too thin. You want to let it...
What do you think?
Pretty good, except you haven't quite made it to the edges yet.
All right. Okay, what's the next thing we do?
Okay, we're going to put that down and let it dry.
All right, put it down.
Harden.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful there. All right.
That's okay. That's not bad.
Permission to lick?
Okay. Now, your cookie is nice and hard to the touch.
I like what you did there.
You can't mess it up anymore, right?
Okay.
It's perfectly good.
And we've cleaned our hands, so this is all edible.
Oh, yes, we keep our hands very clean. You got this shape, you've got this shape with the wings, you've got a double heart, and now you're ready to decorate.
Okay.
You want to try that?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's move these over here. Okay. We've got green, pink, red, and white. And you can get ideas from these cookies I've brought. You can try writing in the middle.
Can I call Carol in, because I really feel like I'm blowing it here.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just not the cookie guy. Carol, get over
This
here.
is the segment that I was hoping I could avoid.
Nope, you
because
can't avoid
this
it.
is a lot of pressure.
In fact, I'm not going to give. I'm going to put you right over here
Oh,
because
thank
look.
you,
Well, look at how
Steve.
crummy I did, but look at how good
No,
she
that's
did.
actually gorgeous.
So do a decoration.
Do you wanna
thing,
try
too. Make it
decorating
look
one?
pretty.
Oh.
And then I can give it away and claim that I had something to do with it.
Patty, I think you've been way too easy on this guy. I mean, he got to do the globbing, and now I get to do the decorating.
The decorating is the fun part.
Well, take a look at this. I mean, I just want to show folks
Sure.
this beautiful heart and what it could be and what it's not going to be in my hands, but this is just gorgeous.
Thanks.
So,
It's really all about technique, so it's not hard.
so show us how you do it.
Okay. Well, I'll start with this one. I'm going to do a border around the edge first. So I think I'll make a wiggly border because that'll make the heart shape a little nicer. So one of the tricks is to let the icing, you see how I'm letting it drop? The tip isn't touching the cookie, the icing's just falling on its own.
Oh, I see, yeah. So it's
I'll
just a
show
little
you on the other
motion.
side what some people tend to do, which is, if you let the icing hit the cookie, you get a sort of a more wiggly, a more uneven line.
And that's what you
see
want.
the
It's a little
difference
more
in the
decorative.
two sides, how this is so much nicer when you can let it fall like that?
Nice and
So,
easy.
right, so that's the border.
Well, let's show what else you can do. Let's take a look at some of these other
Move these
examples
things
other than
up.
hearts.
Sure.
Yeah, look at this, folks. I mean, this is incredible. This is incredible. This is an easy chair.
Right.
Little story behind the scenes for this one right here.
Right, that
Oh,
was
fire
designed
extinguisher.
for a gift for Stephen Sondheim, apparently because his house burned down and he had to get a new house.
Oh, that's great.
guess he had a sense
These
of
are
humor about
lovely.
Hey, I did a lot of research on this, Carol. I want you to know it wasn't just eating cookies. You can go to the store and pay, $20, $30 for
Yeah.
one cookie. You just taught us how to make them for considerably less.
That's right.
But they'll look considerably better if I buy them. Thanks a lot, Patty.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Oh, that's great. Thanks a lot, Patty. And we'll be back in just a minute. These are just incredible.